Welcome to Glass House Films. This is a midnight review. We've got Adam here and Carson. As you can tell from our Godzilla review, we're wearing the same clothes because we filmed this the same day we filmed that. Anyway, so here we are. It's about a half an hour until X-Men Days of Future Past starts, which just so happens to be the movie that we're going to go watch and subsequently review. So, Adam, any thoughts before we go into the flick?
I have not seen anything about this film, with the exception of the ad at the end of Spider-Man 2.
Don't bring that movie up!
That's the only thing I've seen about this. So,
But what do you think? I mean, it brings together everybody from X-Men First Class as well as the classic X-Men movies. It's being directed by Bryan Singer, the guy who brought us X-Men and X-Men 2, the ones people always say are really great. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't have any opinions before I've seen it, so.
I hope the movie is good. I really, really do. But I don't have a lot of confidence in this thing because, again, it's being directed by Bryan Singer. And I didn't like X-Men, and I didn't like X-Men 2. Like the one guy who didn't like those movies, but I didn't. I mean, granted, I didn't like X3, and I didn't like X-Men Origins Wolverine. But at the same time, I don't know, I just don't have a lot of confidence. Bryan Singer, to me, he made one good movie, and that was The Usual Suspects. Since then, nothing.
Did he do First Class?
No, that was Matthew Vaughn.
Not a huge fan of First Class.
I liked it a lot.
So if it's anything like First Class, probably not gonna like it.
I hope it's like First Class. So, yeah. Movie's about ready to start, so we're gonna go check that thing out. We'll be reporting back to you soon.
The survival of this world depends on us. I need to bring us together. All the X-Men.
Everything that happens now is in our hands.
I know what I need to do.
X-Men.
So yeah, we just got out of seeing that. What'd you think, Adam?
Thought it was pretty bad. Just like X-Men First Class. Both pretty bad.
While I liked X-Men First Class, this was a class act of crap. Okay. The fight near the beginning, where that one girl was opening portals and punching things,
Okay.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Whenever she did that, that was really cool. I want a whole movie of that. That right there is proof of concept as to why a Portal game could be really good. That's where these compliments will end. Adam, why don't you take us through the rudimentary parts of the story?
Okay. So it's in the future, and there are these robots that are designed to kill mutants. They're called Sentinels.
Yeah.
And the Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister, was working on these back in the 70s?
Like 1973.
60s? Yeah, something like that. And they came about, like, he wasn't being listened to or anything, but then he got assassinated by whoever... Mystique. He got assassinated by her, and everyone's like, whoa, I guess these guys are really bad. So, some chick has the ability to send people back in time with her
Kitty Pryde.
mind.
That's part of the comics. They never really...
They
don't really explain it, but we'll get into that as well. But yeah, she doesn't send anybody back in time. She
sends their mind...
Yeah, their consciousness.
Back in time.
Back in time.
Alright. But I guess it hurts you So they had to send Wolverine back in time instead of a smart person. So he's trying to get everyone to stop Mystique from killing Tyrion Lannister.
And to do that, they need, Professor X and Eric Magneto. So
I don't know why. Why did they need Magneto? They didn't.
So anyway, that's the basic premise of the film. It is really stupid. It is incredibly stupid. We were talking before we actually got to the car. We started talking about some of the stupid in this film. For instance, Professor X can walk so long as he takes this serum. Now, the serum is explained to the audience as such. It will downplay or tamper down the X gene, basically.
No, completely remove it.
Hank used it just a little bit to tamper himself down, to keep him calm, or else he would always be like that.
Not like completely remove it, but like it's not.
But yeah, it tampers it down.
As long as you have it in your system.
And Professor X has been using this left and right, not because he can't control his powers, but because it allows him to walk again. Last I checked, having a bullet lodged in your spine is not something the X gene does to you. But that's the tip of the bloody iceberg as far as stupid stuff that happens in this movie. You know what? This movie shouldn't be called X-Men Days of Future Past. This movie should be called X-Men Days of Future. Holy crap, there's so many pep talks in this movie. Holy crap.
Seriously.
This movie's filled to the brim with pep talks about hope for humanity. The one thing that unites us all is hope.
Yeah.
Kumbaya!
I was trying to stick with it until he started talking to himself in the future.
But just so two quick examples, because we could be here all night talking about this. But two quick examples as to how incompetent this film was they introduced a whole boatload of new mutants that we've never seen in the movies. I'm talking purely from a movie perspective. They introduced a whole boatload of them. Can you name me two? Can you give me their names and their power?
I can give you powers. There's Teleport Chick and
wasn't she also able to stab things with her teleporters?
No, she was using.
She came up with them.
The Sentinels she put a portal where the Sentinels were standing.
And then there's also the Fire Guy.
Ice Guy.
Well, Ice Guy we've seen before, Iceman.
Okay.
He was in X2 at least.
Then there was Guy Who Can See Really Far.
Guy who can see really far.
He can see.
That's really his power. He can see far.
And then
Warpath, the man that sees far.
Yep, that's what it is. And there was someone else. Oh, there was Storm. Storm was there.
Yay. So they don't name anybody. They don't give you their name or their power ability at all. So you're left kind of wondering who these people are, how they're part of the Resistance, what have you. But a bigger problem to this film is something that Bryan Singer, the director, actually stated a few days before the movie came out. And that was, when asked about the continuity for the films, his reply was, screw it. And you can feel that attitude throughout this whole movie. All of it. We don't know what events stuck to the films. We don't know what still is in play. We don't know what's out of play.
Literally everything is out of play.
But then there's so many things that are in play still.
But no, because he came back and everything was good.
No, I'm talking in the future when we start the film. So the Wolverine, spoiler alert for the Wolverine, he gets his claws cut off. At the beginning of this movie, he has his claws back.
Right.
The Wolverine takes place after X3.
Right.
Plus, between the time of the Wolverine and Days of Future Past, so much stuff has happened, but we aren't privy to any of it. We don't know a single thing that has happened. Everybody else knows. Everybody else is spot on, knows their history as to what has happened. The audience doesn't, and that's a big problem.
Isn't Wolverine before the first X-Men?
The Wolverine? No, that takes place after X3, because he has a lot of hallucinations about killing Jean Grey.
What am I thinking of then?
I don't know what you're thinking of. But yeah, the Wolverine takes place after X3.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a waste of time. This film tries to play up so much fan service while neglecting to actually give fans what they truly want. And what they truly want, what they truly deserve, is a coherent story told well to expand on the X-Men mythos. This film could have corrected all the wrongs of the previous movies, but it didn't. It waved a magic wand and said, it's fixed, instead of actually taking the time and care to write a good film.
Yeah.
The acting was alright.
And the CG was meh. It just wasn't. It didn't blend nicely.
Yeah, it didn't.
There is a stinger after the credits.
Anybody who thought the stinger after the Avengers was a bit esoteric and enigmatic, this'll do that to you.
Yeah,
Fair warning. I'm not going to go into it, but I know how it's going to connect because one of my friends is a huge X-Men fan. That's it. Plus, I know that I know what the next film is. But yeah, final thoughts, Adam?
If you can catch it at a dollar theater, that's worth it. Redbox or Netflix, something like that. It's worth it, but not in theaters.
Yeah, I do not. Yeah, I don't even regret seeing it for $1. This was pretty insulting, by all accounts. This was actually more insulting, in my opinion, than X-Men Origins Wolverine. Yeah. Anyway, this has been a Midnight Review presented by Glasshouse Films. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter at Glasshouse Films, and become a fan on the Facebook page, facebook.com/GlassHouseFilms. Stay tuned, everybody.